Hi everybody, I'm Trin Johnson and welcome to Dust in My Eye. So if you've been watching my channel, you know that I have recently bought this Ohuhu set of 48 acrylic markers that I really love. I have enjoyed using them at the house here and en plein air, and it's got lots and lots of pretty colors. And I've also really enjoyed using my Stabilo woodies, and I have all the colors of these except for the metallics, and I have really enjoyed using these also. And they're kind of a nice supplement to my Neocolor 2s, but at the same token, they're different than Neocolor 2s. And I don't know what it is, but when I go out to paint, I don't bring my Neocolor 2s much because I'm still wedded to them being in their container, and I find that too unwieldy to bring with me. So that's part of the reason I got these and wanted to try these. And I've really enjoyed using them. But in both these instances, as many colors as there are, I have found them lacking in a few areas. In the Ohuhus, I particularly wanted a lighter, paler blue. And I don't have that in Posca pens either. Posca doesn't really make a light blue, a really light, icy blue kind of color. And also the greens I found to be not as earthy as I wanted them to be. And again, I don't really have earthy greens in Poscas either. I wanted like olives and things like that. So also in the Stabilos, I was missing some of the browns that I wanted for tree bark and things like that. And again, the olive greens and some grays and like more neutral colors. These are all very bright, and even the pastels in here aren't real pastel-y. So I went looking for something to add to these two things. Now I have every Stabilo that they make, except for the shiny ones, which I don't really, metallics. I don't really want those. But I know a lot of people use Distress Crayons by Ranger. So I thought to add to my Stabilo collection, I would try some Distress Crayons. So I picked some colors out of those. And to add to my acrylic marker set, I thought I would add some more acrylic markers. And I went looking for something that had a pale blue particularly. And I found these on Amazon. I also found them on Etsy. And there's a bunch of different colors, but included is a really nice pale blue. And then I got a set with some really nice olive greens. There was a nice gray set and a muted color set, and I had 6 of them in my basket and decided this is silly. I'll just try the 2 main groups of colors that I really need and see how I like them before I go on and buy more. So the other ones are waiting in my, saved for later part of Amazon, because frankly, they were cheaper on Amazon and they weren't coming from Hong Kong. So I got them overnight instead of a long time from now. So what I am going to do today is I took my Ohuhu markers and I had swatched them. I don't know if you watched my video. I had done a little video of swatching them in the back of this book, this one sketchbook, and just made a drawing on top of them. So those were all the Ohuhus, but I wanted them in my general swatch book, which is this roughly put together big pad of paper that's got all sorts of things swatched in it. And so I just put the Ohuhus down real quick because you don't need to watch me do that again. And I'm going to put these Langyo, I'm not sure how you say that. I'm going to do those today and see how that enhances what I already have with the Ohuhus. So that's one thing I'm going to do. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I am going to take the distress crayons and swatch them out according to their group number here, their pack number, and put those on here so that I can put them on the opposite side of the page in my book that has my Stabilo woodies. So I can kind of see what I've got going there. I hope that was clear. So let's get swatching. I think I'll do these first. I was super duper excited to find a set of blue with 2 light blues in there. And I do think I might buy some more of these in the future because these are very, very bright. And I like that. But these, there were a bunch of muted ones. And I really want to have that in my arsenal, shall we say. Okay, so I'm going to start at this end. No rhyme or reason. I'm not putting their color numbers down because honestly, it's not going to really help me, I don't think. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 8, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 11 up there, so not quite as tight. So let's do this like this. 1, 2, 4. Look at that nice light blue. I like that one too. And the thing about these is they're like the Ohuhus, you just shake them. You don't have to pump them. And that was the other thing I was looking for. And they're a brush tip. So they had ticked all the boxes and I was like, yay! All right. See, that was the color I was after. That one and that one particularly. Because this was it was just too dark on the page that I was doing. I don't know if that shows up that well on there or not. And then these are the green ones. Nice celery green. A little more blue in it. Nice olive. Even that isn't really repeated. That one's different. Sagey kind of green. That one will go well. Oh, I like that one too. Now that is a little bit like that one up there. And that one is a really nice dark olive. We're really happy with those. I think those are really, really nice. Just what I wanted. I have a feeling I'm going to be getting more of these because they're a nice complement to these bright colors. All right, let's do the other one. This is why I have this is at the bottom because I'm going to be able to see in one page what's on there. So let me get this like that. I'm going to want a little bit of water for this one. And we're going to start with pack 3. These might be a little out of order inside the packs because I'm not really sure how they came. I did look at this set a little bit just to see what I had. So I am going to, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need 3 over here. So let's do 1, just straight out one that I'm going to add water to, and then I'm going to dip it. Really, it blends out really nicely. I would like to blend out the dry one with a dry finger too. They're very creamy. I did get a little bit of crumblies there. All right, let's try the next one. They're very, very creamy. I'm not sure how they'll work, if they will work very similarly to the Stabilos and the Neocolors, or if they are significantly different than that. They definitely dissolve really nicely when they're wet. And they smush really nicely when they're dry. Let's do white first. Oh, I need to do dry and wet. I know you can't see that at all. Frankly, I'm having trouble seeing it. I have to kind of go sideways. I don't know if I go sideways for you, if you can see it at all. A little bit, maybe. That is the nature of white. Ooh. Okay, let's move on to 8. 8 is a pastel set, a pastel set. I can speak. Let's see how that one does. Okay. Pretty nice skin kind of color. Kind of a dusty pink. Now, I do not intend to use these for artwork I would put in a show, because I do not know what their light fastness is or anything like that. I would have to do some research. I don't get really, really freaked out by the whole light fastness thing, but I do like to pay some attention to it, because I don't want somebody to be disappointed if they buy something from me. But I have to say, I am an alcohol ink artist too, and alcohol ink is notorious. And yet I have never had much of an issue. I've been very careful. I treat them with UV spray. I don't put them in direct sunlight. And I really haven't had a problem. Hardly at all, if at all. Oh, I just did this in the wrong order. I knew I was going to do that somewhere down the line. Okay, this pretty pinky color. Pinky purpley, kind of a violet almost. Yeah, violet, no, more. Oh, what is that word? Violet, I tend to think has more blue in it. This is more, oh, it'll come to me. The harder I try to make it, the harder it denies me access to that word in my brain. This is one of those words that always escapes me. It's not wisteria, although that is a very wisteria kind of color. Those are very, very pretty. All right, let's move on to number 9, excuse me. This was not one that I particularly needed, but the price was better on the other two than buying them separately if I bought them in a 3-pack, and this was the 3rd pack. So I went ahead and got these two because these might be more redundant on what I already have. But they are still a little more muted kind of colors. Oh, that's really pretty. Look at how that pinky color pops when you wet it. I did not expect that. I think I forgot to do that. Very pretty. If you would like to, please check out my Patreon. I am hoping to maybe do something on Patreon a little bit more in depth with the acrylic markers and with the woodies and the stress crayons. So if you want to see more, that's a place to check out. Right now, everything's free on there while I'm getting it up and running. My husband breaking his ankle kind of set that back a little bit. But anyway, so please check that out. If you could leave a like, that would be great. And if you could leave a comment, that would be great also. And it really helps get my videos seen by more people, which helps my channel, and I really, really appreciate it. Pretty, pretty colors. Okay, one more pack. This is number 10. Nice, pretty dark green. Love a dark green, particularly one that isn't real blue related. I just find them more earthy. I don't know. And one more. Nice brown. I think I have every color now. I didn't until recently because I didn't know I missed some new ones of the Tim Holtz Ranger alcohol inks. And they are lovely colors. So this, I'm not surprised. These are really pretty colors, is my point. So that's cool. Now I can see what I've got. Now here is, let me put them next to each other. These are the Stabilos on the left. And these are the Distress crayons on the right. And they're definitely a different palette. These are definitely more muted, more earthy. These are brighter and beachy, that kind of stuff. So I'm really, really happy with my choices. And I will probably be getting more of these Languo acrylic markers because they're really nice and nice muted colors, and I'm really having fun with these things right now. A little more freeing, a little more in the moment, just loose and not worry about it being perfect, because there's no way I'm going to be able to make acrylic markers be perfect, at least not for me. And that might be because I don't have a lot of experience with acrylic painting in the first place. I'm much more used to watercolor and pastels. But anyway, I hope that was fun. I hope maybe you saw something new. Maybe you haven't seen these ones either and are looking to expand your acrylic markers into some more earthy colors, and still have the ones that you don't have to pump, because those drive me crazy. But I do have a nice box of Poscas. I like how big and fat the Poscas come. That's kind of fun. But anyway, this was a lot of fun, and I'm glad you could be with me, and I hope you got something out of it. And if you would like to, please check out my Etsy shop, where I have prints of my artwork along with cute little monsters and other fun stuff for sale.